G'day legends, Riley here from RD Auto Electrics and welcome back to the channel. Today you are tuning in to our latest build walkthrough episode, and as you can see behind me here we have a stunning Y62 Nissan Patrol that we've just completed a full touring package build on. So we'll jump around the back, give you a look at the system, and then we'll talk you through this build. Alrighty, here we are. How awesome does this package look? Especially with the full black finish against the charcoal paint, it just really pops. The great thing about this system in a wagon is how much storage space you retain above the drawer system. You've still got heaps of height storage here. You've still got that full floor area for storage. The only part that you lose is the height of the system, and you've still got that whole inside area for your storage. So you don't lose the whole back section of the vehicle. If you were to run an upright fridge or a standard chest style fridge, you pretty much lose that whole side of the vehicle. So by running the drawer fridge style system, you retain so much storage space, which is obviously super important in a touring system. So we completed this build as a complete drive-in, drive-out package, meaning the customer dropped this off completely empty in the back, and we designed, supplied and fully installed everything that you see here, including the custom drawer system from full bore 4B drawers, the Evercool 40 litre drawer fridge, the complete Red Arc, Red Vision lithium power system, and also a few other bits and pieces for the customer as well. So we'll run you through what this package includes and some of its features now. So firstly, onto the Evercool drawer fridge. Now, the great thing about this one is how accessible it is. It slides out easily and it's at a perfect height so you can get straight in and get what you need to get to. There's no need for drop down slides and climbing into the back of the car. It's at a perfect accessible height. Probably the best feature about this fridge comes preloaded with beers, which is a standard inclusion with all our full touring packages, so you can't beat that. It also saves a heap of space and weight compared to running a standard chest style fridge, as obviously you have to then run a fridge slide with clearances either side, and you do lose valuable space. The other great thing about the Evercool is that it can function as a freezer as well. So if you get lucky enough to get some nice fish out on your trip, you can put that right down to minus 18 degrees and deep freeze your fish fillets, which is perfect. So on our driver's side now, we've just got one full length storage drawer, which is a nice long deep drawer, heaps of storage in that. And then we've also got a pull-out table as well, which is a nice size. That can also be extended when the drawer's out, and it does have a drop-down support leg. If you're doing heavy cutting or chopping on the table and you need an extra bit of support, you can drop that leg down as well. So pretty simple on this side, bit of storage, nice workable table. Good thing about this table is as well is that you can open your fridge and you can pull stuff straight out of your fridge onto your table and start doing your food prep. So it's a really nice, accessible, usable system, which is super important. Now onto the important one, the power system. So with this build, we've ran with the Red Arc Red Vision system, which includes the display that you see here, plus a heap of other goodies on the back of the drawer system, which we'll show you shortly, which is the Manager 30 charging system and the Red Arc TVMS, along with the Red Arc 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. Now, the great thing about the Red Arc Red Vision is how neat and tidy this interface is. This interface here does everything. It does all your battery monitoring and all your switching. So your compressor through the Red Vision, your fridge, your inverter on and off, your 12 volt charging ports, which are on this side of the wing, everything is switched through this. You can also monitor your inverter power usage, so how many watts you're drawing when you've got a load on the inverter, as well as all the battery information, input and output of charge, solar input, mains power input, charge input from the car. Everything is monitored through this display, and that obviously slides in and out with the drawer as well. So the reason that we did this was to obviously keep these wing widths to a minimum so we could retain as much width in the draw system as we could. Otherwise, if we had mounted this on the wing, we would have had to shrink the whole draw system by the width of that display, which would have lost heaps of valuable storage space. So by fitting it to the face of the drawer, we can keep the system as wide as possible. So with the air compressor, as we mentioned, that switched through the Red Vision display. Now that was already previously fitted in behind the passenger side trim. So we've actually plumbed that into the Red Vision system, and we've put our air outlet just under this side wing here. Now the reason that we've done that is because the compressor needs airflow when it's in use. So if we were to put the air outlet on the front, somewhere that you can access without taking the wing off, there's a good chance that you could forget to open that wing, plug your air in, start airing up, and then your compressor will overheat and cut out. So we've put it just under the wing there, so when you want to get to your air outlet, you just simply pop that wing off, plug your compressor air hose in, and you're good to go. Well, that's pretty much everything that we've got to show you in this back section, guys. Let's jump around to the front of the draw system now and get a look at the fun stuff. Alrighty, on to the fun stuff now. I'm not too sure how good the view is in here on your end of the camera, but hopefully you can see in here okay. So we'll just run you through what we've got going on in the back here. Obviously all our power system is housed here. As we mentioned, we're running the Redarc Red Vision power system. This includes three main components. The Red Vision display interface that we showed you on the back of the draw system there. Then on the left, the Redarc Manager 30 and the Redarc TVMS. So the Manager 30 is what's managing all your battery charge. So your vehicle input, solar input, and AC mains power input all run into the Manager 30, and then it outputs a suitable charge to your battery. Now the TVMS is pretty much a power distribution panel. It has 5 10 amp outputs and 5 30 amp outputs, and everything is switched and fused through this fella. So this turns your inverter on and off. It turns your air compressor on and off. It powers your fridge, your 12 volt charge ports, and obviously we've still got a heap of spare outputs here for future additions too. Now battery wise, we are running the Enerdrive 200 amp hour BTEC lithium battery. The reason for using this fella in this installation is the fitment. It literally fits like a glove straight underneath the false floor, and it works perfectly. Next to that, on the left hand side there, we have our Redarc 2000 watt pure sine wave inverter. As we mentioned, this is switched on and off through the TVMS via the Red Vision interface on the back of the drawers, and we also have a power point located under the driver's side wing, so you can simply turn it on, plug straight in, induction, coffee machine, anything like that, and you're good to go. And a fourth part that we actually forgot to mention is the battery monitoring shunt. So the job of this fella is to monitor everything that's traveling in and out of this battery here and give you all that information on the Red Vision display. So it monitors all your power input, whether that be from mains power, solar, or vehicle charge, and also monitors all your load output, whether that be through the inverter or any 12 volt load that you've got running through the TVMS via the battery. Personally, I absolutely love the Redarc Red Vision system. I've run it in vehicles previously, and we actually will be fitting a system very similar to this in our Patrol build, which we'll show you through once it's completed. The great thing about it is how neat and tidy the system is, and also how easy it is to add things down the track. So if we wanted to add, say, some work lights up on the rack or tailgate lights and stuff like that, everything just wires straight in to the TVMS, and then via a Redarc configuration app, we can go into the TVMS app and actually add those loads in, turn the channels on. We can put little icons for each channel so we know what they do. We can add them to the Red Vision display, so we can turn them on and off from the display. There's also a Redarc Red Vision app, which will allow you to switch everything on and off straight from your smartphone as well, which is just an awesome feature to have. If you guys have any questions regarding the Redarc Red Vision system, please get in touch. We'll be happy to help, or simply drop a comment in the comment section below, and we'll get back to all those comments as soon as we can as well. That pretty much wraps up the run through of the power system. We'll jump back around the back now. by taking care of the whole process from the design of the system right through until the final installation, we're able to provide a flawless finish like this system you can see here. Now, we can offer these in a variety of different configurations as well. So you've obviously got the drawer fridge layout like this one. We also offer an upright fridge version, which will house the Bushman 65 or 85 litre upright fridges, and obviously your standard chest style fridges as well. Now, by offering these as a full drive-in, drive-out package, we make it easy and hassle-free for you guys. You can simply drop the vehicle off to us and pick it up exactly like this one, ready to roll and head off grid. If you do have any questions regarding this particular system or what we're able to offer for your vehicle, please get in touch with us via the website link that we'll put in the description below, and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Or if you do have a question, you can drop it in the comments section below, and we will get back to you as soon as we can. As always, guys, thanks so much for tuning into this episode, for supporting the channel, and we look forward to catching you on the next one.